Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy, Kingdom Soldier, back again with another gameplay slash commentary. And I want you guys to think back in your mind right now to your most recent life-changing decision. Like, the most recent decision that you had to make that was really big and made a huge impact on your life or your future or what you're going through right now. And like let's say you started a new relationship, or you ended the relationship that you were in, or you decided to go or not to go to college. You left college, dropped out of school. You and your husband, or you decided not to have kids, or you guys decided to have kids and now you're pregnant and you're excited for what's coming up in your life, and that was a huge decision. Maybe your job, or you changed careers after doing the same thing for most of your life. Maybe you purchased a house or a car. And for some of you guys, maybe you got married, and if you did, congratulations, marriage is awesome. And unfortunately, maybe some of you guys got divorced even, and that's a huge life-altering and life-changing decision that you could make. And a lot of those decisions are really difficult. It's like when you're in the midst of it and you're trying to decide what to do, you're like, okay, how do I make this decision? And how do I know when I say yes or no or maybe? How do I know that I'm doing the right thing? And how do I put my best foot forward, so to speak? But even, small decisions, even things like, what kind of clothes am I going to wear today? And, what am I going to eat? Am I going to eat fast food again, or am I going to do better, and eat something healthy or make something at home? What kind of cologne am I going to wear? For guys, am I going to wash my hands after I use the bathroom? It's kind of sad because, working at Starbucks, there are times when we'll run out of soap in the men's restroom and nobody tells us. So we kind of wonder, like, it's really weird that no one told us that we were out of soap. And we'll go refill it after probably, an hour of it being empty. And one of us will go to the bathroom and go to wash our hands, and it won't be in there. Because for us, it's actually a rule, employees have to wash their hands. And I think it's just funny because sometimes I tell the girls at work, I'm like, yeah, it's like guys don't wash their hands anyway, so don't worry about the soap or the paper towels, and I'm just joking around, but unfortunately it has become a reality. So that's a really small decision that men make. What kind of music are you going to listen to? What video games are you going to play? Are you going to play video games in general? Do you have a problem with them or think they're bad? There's so many decisions that we have to make in life. And when it comes to the big ones, it's hard to know what's right and what's wrong. It's easy to know don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. When you do decide you want to skip class, you know that it's wrong to skip class. But there are a lot of decisions in life where you actually don't know what's right or wrong. And kind of what I want to do today is, I'm in the midst right now of a life-changing, life-altering decision, of doing something that involves my family and my friends and my extended family because they're kind of involved in it. But it's a pretty major decision, and I may eventually tell you guys about it, but it's going to be pretty tough on me and my wife and my kids and some of my other family members. And it's hard to figure out, like, how do I know that I'm doing the right thing? And ultimately, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into me making big decisions like that, and I've had to make a lot of them in my life. And so I just wanted to share with you guys some principles. And I'm sure you guys have realized listening to my videos that I'm a principle-centered person. So do I always use the principles? No. But do I know them? Yes. And I use principles to guide a lot of things that I do in life, whether it's how I parent, how I work, how I talk to people, the way I think even about people, the patience that I exercise with people, and even down to how I game. Everything about me is principle centered, and so I want to share some principles with you guys to help you know what you're doing and what you're deciding is right, or as right as possible. Because unfortunately, You have to make a decision. And deciding itself in decision making is a prerequisite for successful living. And when I say successful living, I don't mean like being wealthy or anything like that. I mean just being happy, and liking your life, and being complete and being whole. Making decisions is a prerequisite for successful living. And people that don't make decisions or have an inability to make decisions, they struggle through life, and it becomes a challenge for them. And then those are the people that end up, killing themselves and stuff like that, because they are challenged to make decisions. And I want to help you guys today, if I can, to make hard decisions, easy decisions, but I'm really focused on, those challenging decisions that come up in your life that you have a hard time making. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is involve people whose opinions you trust. And that's like, people in your life who make good decisions, or people in your life who have what you want. If you want a good family and you see a man that has a good family and that has a loving family, ask that person for advice when you're making a decision that impacts your family. The second thing, do not be swayed by the media. Do not be swayed by the media. Whatever it is you want from your life, let that be what you want, and don't let Hollywood shape your dreams for you. You can see a lot of stuff on TV and a lot of stuff in movies, and it'll make you believe that that's actually what you want. But let what you want actually be what you want, and don't feel ashamed because you don't want to be wealthy. If you don't want to be wealthy, then don't chase after wealth. If it's not important to you, then don't go for it. Have the job that you have that you like doing, whether it's art or music or whatever it is, being a teacher. We're not all meant to be wealthy, and it's actually impossible in most of our economic systems to be wealthy, for everyone to be wealthy. It just doesn't work that way. Do not lie to yourself. This is number 3. Do not lie to yourself. Something I hear all the time from smokers: I can quit whenever I want. Yeah, right. Smoking is the only thing on earth that actually has people advertising against it, but it's still sold. It makes no sense to me. It's like, okay, wait. We're putting up advertisements of people dying and having heart attacks and having to cut holes in their necks so they can breathe, and getting lung cancer and getting amputated. But people are still smoking. Don't lie to yourself. Don't tell yourself lies when you're trying to make a decision like, I can be this or I can be that. Tell yourself the truth. And lastly, involve people who don't agree with you. And this is really hard. There was a time when I really needed a break. I needed some help from my uncle. And he didn't help me out, and I told him, I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to pay my rent. I may have to live on the street. And he just said, well, you know what? He was like, I kind of want to see you struggle. And I was so furious, but it was the best thing for me. And I actually needed to hear that from him. And I had to step up and become a man and make a decision, and take care of myself and take care of my wife at the time, and get out of a situation, that we were stuck in, that we put ourselves in. And you need people around you who will tell you the truth in love and tell you what you actually need to hear. And at the end of the day, when you've made the decision, move on and continue to try to make even better decisions. Decision making is not easy. It's not something that just you're going to be able to do by osmosis, let me guess, the magic 8-ball. Decision making is challenging, but I hope that this video is encouraging for you guys to help you make the best decisions possible. This is Kingdom Soldier. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.